Yeah, it was on sale for $1. Now I know why.
Yeah.
It's
Going in for another one.
ugh.
Oh, is it because it's sour or it's just disgusting?
It's just bad.
It's just bad.
It's just
It's not
bad.
good. It's bad.
It's not good. It's bad.
Your
That's all right.
hair looks great today.
Thank you. I did it on Saturday. This is the best thing about Arizona weather. It's so dry because in Texas this would
Yeah.
have fallen the night of. But
Yeah.
yeah, just a little bit of some texture spray and it holds. Thanks,
I
man.
like it. It looks good. It's all blowed out
Thank
and
you.
shit. Yeah, even if I was in Arizona, if I had done my hair, it would have been like, meow.
You might be surprised.
Nah. I'm having like this, if you can see how thin that is right here.
Mm.
Oh,
Mine's
thanks,
getting a
Mom.
little thin up here too.
It's getting real
Like
thin right there, and then it's getting white. So it's like a bit of both worlds.
and that just makes it look thinner.
Yeah. So thanks for that. I appreciate that shit. So I've been trying to play with different like parts and shit, and then I just washed my hair today for the first time like a week because why not?
You don't use
So
dry shampoo or anything?
I do, but I'll put it on like in the morning because if I put it on now, it's just I'm gonna sleep on it and then it's just gonna go oily anyway. So I'll just put it
Oh,
on in the
okay.
morning. And then I dry shampoo for like 4 or 5 days and then I throw it up and
Me too.
all that stuff.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Up in a ponytail. No muss, no fuss.
Yeah. I'm a low ponytail now since I do have the thinning. I'm trying to save what
Hmm.
hairline I can. So I'm a low ponytailer. And I'm like, I don't care if I look like I do meth anymore. I'm just done. I'm past the point of giving a fuck.
Yeah, but they
So
can think I do meth if they want to. They
yeah,
don't
or
know
I'm
me.
just forever unclean. I don't care. They don't know my life. They don't know what kind of fun I be having.
Yeah, they don't know me. They don't know my life, and they don't know my hobbies. So,
Mind your business. Just mind your business.
money, you ain't paying my bills. I ain't paying you no mine.
You ain't fucking me or feeding me. It ain't your business.
Mm, That's right. That's
Do you have
ma'am.
an intro?
I do. It's a little bit of a short one.
Okay.
I'm a little mentally preoccupied, but I managed to bang one out.
That's what she said.
Alright. What's up and welcome, dear listeners, to another episode of Manifested Drama. My name is
Drama.
Amy.
I'm Missy.
And we are two 40-something lifelong friends who each week bear our souls for you, our Savage 7 listeners. This is the
Ooh.
podcast where we also delve into deep emotional world of pop culture and the horrors of marriage and parenting. This week, we talk about ousted Congressman George Santos and whether or not he's allowed to spill the tea. A cherished childhood star gets his accolades in the form of his star on the Walk of Fame. Lizzo is back in the news, and Time Magazine has a shocker of a Person of the Year. All of this, plus including more, the Derby Karens, things we hate, and of course, the dumbass of the week. Now, without further ado, let's manifest some fucking drama.
Let's manifest some drama. Hold on. I'm going to throw in some claps because I got that shit. Hold on.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yep. So that was a good. I like the Savage 7. That's a good. I think we're down to 5, so we're gonna have to like fearsome
the filthy 5.
the filthy 5 or the fearsome or the fucking 5. Once it gets down to 4, if we keep it in the F, that's like all I have is Fs, not fucks, just
That's
Fs because
usually
no
what I
fucks to
have
give.
is just F's. No fucks to give
No
whatsoever.
fucks. So you did your homework then, huh? After our conversation, if you guys don't know, we're talking about if you listened to last week's episode. I haven't posted part 2 just because I'm tired and I don't care. And Amy was supposed to be doing
Listen,
some research. You know what? You'll have to go listen to part 2 because it will be out before I post this episode. And if you didn't watch part 2 or listen to part 2, go back because we were talking about George
spoiler alert.
Santos getting ousted and if he's gonna write a book basically spilling all the tea because what the fuck else can he do now? And I want to know, does Congress, because we've seen so many scorned politicians, like, does Congress have to sign an NDA? So Amy was nice enough with all the shit she's got going on to look into that for us. So what'd you find?
I could not find anything that says that Congress has to sign an NDA, and I would imagine that it has to do with violation of First Amendment rights. Because
Okay.
if you think about it, every single congressperson that retires from Congress writes a book.
Yeah.
It's how they like pay the bills until they get their Fox News gig or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but they do quite frequently require their staff interns to sign NDAs. So, like, let's say George Santos has a staff of
Okay.
of hired assistants and interns. He could require them to sign an NDA, but he,
Okay.
as a congressman, is not required to sign an NDA.
So why do you think
So
we haven't seen all of this tea get spilled? Do you think it's because now that it's televised, especially, that there's less secrets out there, or
I think that's part of it, but I also think that, well, yes, one, we have unlimited access to news and information now. But I also think it's because that is the Congress that we're living with. That's the world we
yeah,
live in. They're not there to govern. They're there to boost their social media. They're there to book themselves on Fox News. They're there to get sound bites. And because if you ever watch, like, I'm such an old lady now. I actually watch congressional hearings, or I'll
yeah,
like listen to them while I'm working. And the thing about it is, these Republicans, what they'll do is they'll get on the microphone and they'll ask a slew of horrible questions, and they'll just cause all of this turmoil and chaos. And then when they're done getting all of their sound bites, they just get up and leave. They
oh
don't
really?
bother to listen to the questions that are asked by their Democratic colleagues, small d. But it's all for clicks and views and sound bites, and for book deals, and quite honestly, I think now they're auditioning for to be in Trump's White House, to be in their cabinet. So whoever's
Oh
the most
gosh,
loyal, well,
yeah. But is it
but
both
it's
sides, or is it just Republican because you're not a Republican?
I think that it is both sides, but as far as the congressional hearings, it's mostly Republicans, because it's always like the same four. It's always
Oh,
Matt
okay.
Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, and
Uh-oh.
Jim Jordan. And James Comer, also five. It's always the same five, and they cause it. And Comer doesn't leave because he is the head of the committee.
Mhm.
But the rest of them, like, they'll come in and they'll, ask all their horrible questions and make all of their wild accusations. And then after they're done with their line of questioning, they'll just leave. And I'm just like, I feel like they should be required to stay. I feel like that should be part of their job, unless
Well,
you
it
have
is part of their job, like, they're getting paid to be there, like, they're getting a salary to work an honest day, and if you're like, but that's the whole thing, is, like, we keep saying, as because I am not a good American, I don't watch that shit, I don't follow that shit, like, I don't care, for the most part, but it's because it's the same rhetoric bullshit year after year after year, and until we come together and we do something to change it, like, it's just gonna be the same shit. Like, I think it's just, and I'm saying, like, I'm part of the problem, is I don't hold my lawmakers, my elected officials accountable. But I'm also
Mhm.
only one little lady, you know. If I could
Yeah.
get some more Karens there out with me, like, hey Karens, let's circle up. Let's get the minivans and the SUVs going. Let's go, instead of it being like, let's march on Washington, but like, we'll do it where we have like snacks, and it's like kind of organized. There's one woman with like an A-line bob. A What's that called? Like a gradual
Always.
bob. Yeah. She's got
Always,
the
and
bullhorn.
always like the asymmetrical
Mhm.
A-line stacked
Yeah.
bob out always.
And it's always
But
puffed
we
up a little bit in the back.
Yep. Yep, that bump it. Got to get that bump it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got to hit them where it hurts, because a march on Washington, raises a lot of eyebrows and it draws a lot of attention to, particular issues. But at the end of the day, what they want is to be reelected. What they want is to stay in these cushy jobs where they work,
Yeah.
10 weeks out of the fucking year, and still get
Become
paid when even
millionaires.
they get
Yeah.
paid even when the government shuts down. If you got a problem with the way things are going, you got to get out and vote.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep,
I think we
that's
say
the only
that
way to do it,
every
unfortunately.
third or fourth episode we just talk about get out and vote and like
Get out and vote.
do your research too when you go down and vote. Don't
Yeah,
vote because you're a
don't vote the
Republican.
party,
Don't
vote the
Yeah,
person.
because you could be a Democrat and your ideals and your beliefs and what you think should happen could fall in line with somebody else on the opposite party. Or
Yep.
you could find somebody who's not in a party. You could have an independent, you could have a libertarian, you could have what is the other one? The Tea Party? Why let's get a
Ugh.
fucking tea party going. Not like an actual like the tea party. Like let's like throw some shit in the water. Like let's take somebody's computer, get Bob's computer, we're gonna throw it in the fucking water. He's got some like
Nice.
some secret docs on there. Let's throw that shit in the water. What now, Bob?
What now, Bob?
Yeah. You
Yeah,
guys see what we
it's
did to
yeah.
Bob? Yeah, then you're fucking
It can happen
next.
to you. You're
Sheila.
next.
Sheila.
Looking at you. I'm looking at you in that Dell, Sheila, and
Yeah.
that cow print gateway over there
Yeah. And it's going in the water.
in the
Hope you
water.
don't and you don't even have a
Hope you got
warranty.
that extended warranty.
Yeah. I'm voiding your
It,
warranty because water damage isn't covered. Your warranty doesn't cover water damage.
nope,
Sheila.
sure doesn't, and they can tell when it's water damaged.
Yeah. Like
They can
remember when you
tell.
used to did you ever
I don't
like
know what happened to my phone.
do
I
you remember your
definitely didn't drop it in
pager?
the toilet.
Your
Hmm?
pagers used to have like a little dot that if you got it wet. I think even like the old Nokia, if
Mm-hmm.
you got it wet, that dot turned
Mm-hmm.
red. And I was like,
Yep.
no, I
That's how
never
they knew.
dropped it in the water. They're like, you're a big fat liar. And I'm like, stop fat
Oh,
shaming me.
I went on the log ride at Six
I was just
Flags, and
really sweaty on the way over here.
yeah,
That's all.
I didn't drop it in water. Definitely didn't
No,
drop it in the toilet at the gym
no, because I wasn't.
twice.
I look like I work out. Come on.
Don't look like I would go to a fucking gym, please. Having a
It's
gym membership and going to the gym are two different things,
it's
madam.
like at least half the battle is done. That's all I gotta say. I can't say shit. I haven't been to
Listen,
the gym in forever. I gained 10 pounds since like Halloween
that's a
because I
bummer.
haven't been
I'm
eating.
sorry.
Oh, I worked on the. Well, I've been like binge eating my feelings. A lot of it. A lot of feelings. A lot of chicken, like
Same.
fried chicken, chocolate. And I stepped on the
God,
scale
fried chicken.
today and I was just like, oh, mistakes were made.
At least you earned every pound. Like you earned it.
Yeah. I housed down 6 chocolate chip cookies after that because why the fuck not?
I was gonna bring up the Duncan Hines the Duncan Hines frosting incident.
I haven't had, hey, look, I went cold turkey. I haven't had any frosting. I had 2 cans of frosting last week, by the way. So that'll help it. I can quit anytime I want.
They were on sale. Well, this is
Mm,
how I feel about gym memberships. You know how like I pay my phone bill, therefore my phone bill works, right? So I pay
mhm.
my gym membership. My gym membership should just work. I should
Agreed, yeah.
just get I should just get healthy just by having it.
Like, somebody should come get you. Because I think that's, like, half the battle is, like, getting motivated to leave the house to go to the gym. If
Yeah,
there was, like,
having a gym
a
partner definitely helps.
no, I don't like working out with people. I don't want people to watch me die. But if I had somebody who would come pick me up and be like, "Okay, get in the car, like, I will take it and I'll bring you back," I'm solid. It's the matter of, like, okay, now I have to put a bra on, and then since I do hot works, I have to drink enough water so I'm not, like, dead by the time and I did try to go it was, like, last week or the week before, I was having, like, really, really bad cramps, and I decided to do a bicycle with my fupa and menstrual cramps was not a good combination. I got in about
Ooh,
5 minutes. I was
no.
like, "Fuck this shit, I'm done. I'm going home and I'm gonna eat some frosting."
The
So,
way that you do it, I think I could really get on board with because you do that hot works like yoga, right? Like
mhm.
where like you're
Yeah,
in your own room and like it's basically like a video monitor. There's no
yeah,
one else in there with you. I can get on board with that. That seems relatively antisocial friendly. So I
yes.
could think I could get on board with that. I think I might look up something here because I definitely want to start doing something physical, but the idea of going to the gym just like sounds so mundane and
With,
monotonous to
like
me. I need to have fun.
Yeah, and it's one of those, like, there's, like, a different thing, so you could do, like, a row machine, and it's, like, 15 minutes, you could do, like, a bike, and it's 15 minutes, you could do, like, yoga, and that's, like, 35 minutes, there's, like, Pilates, it's, like, 35 minutes bar, and then there's, like I do, like, the isometric stretches, which is it's, like, a good workout, and I burn like 200 calories, and then I'm in there by
Okay.
myself. So if I want to do like 20 minutes of it, and then because you get like the sauna for 40 minutes, 45 minutes. If
Okay.
you just want to sit in there, you can just fucking sit in there. And sometimes I will do like half the workout and then I'll just sit in there and just kind of
Yeah.
enjoy the quiet and the solitude. And it's really nice. I'm looking
That's
to see if they
why I
have one in
used to
Phoenix.
go to the gym, was like I always used to go to a gym if they had a sauna, because that was like my reward for hanging for
Hmm.
like going to the gym, was getting to sit in the sauna. It was even better if I was in there by myself and it was completely silent. It was great. So maybe I'll
They
check
have
that out.
they have one in Chandler.
In Chandler, I live in
Hmm.
Chandler. Of course, Chandler's huge, but
In Alma School Road.
oh, that's pretty close.
Yeah. And it's
That's
like
pretty close.
59 I have mine is like $59 a month. So, and that's like the basic
That's
one.
pretty standard. That's pretty standard
Yeah.
gym membership these
But
days.
you
Unless
could
you're going to
also
like Planet Fitness or something.
yeah, and I don't wanna go to Plant Fitness because I feel like everybody goes to Plant Fitness. I don't wanna have to wait for a machine, for one,
Yep.
and I don't want to like, I'm a husky girl. I don't wanna work out in front of people. Like, what if my
Yeah.
asthma wants to flare up and I'm like,
Mhm. "Oh,
but I'm so
you okay? Don't
yeah, I'm
pay
just
attention to me." Yeah.
I'm obese, let me
Yeah,
be,
she's like,
you know? Yeah,
I
I
thought
bring I
yeah,
have to grab, like,
yeah."
Witten's inhaler with me. I just gotta go outside and smoke, I'll feel better, it'll be okay.
Isn't it funny how you always feel better after cigarette, no matter what's going on?
My friend Brandy, we would go walk and, like, she would make me run the last little bit, and we would literally get to my house, and I would, like, light up a cigarette, like, immediately, and she's like, "But why? Why are you doing that?" And I'm like, "I just helps me catch my breath. I don't know what it is." And she's like, "That's not a thing." And I'm like, "It's 1000 fucking percent." And anyone who's been a cigarette smoker, like, it's a thing.
It's like saying that smoking calms me down. Yes, nicotine and smoking is it's a what's it? It's an upper,
Yeah,
it's stimulant. It's a
yeah.
stimulant. It's like caffeine or cocaine. But if you're a smoker and you're having like you're dealing with some stress, like having
It
a little
works.
cancer stick, you're just okay. I
It's like
feel
the
better now.
motion,
I feel
and
better now. Hmm.
90% of it is the motion of doing it. But
Yep.
speaking of cocaine and cigarettes,
Yeah.
Macaulay
Now you're
Culkin.
speaking my language.
Yep. Macaulay Culkin, our friend Macaulay Culkin, speaking of cocaine and cigarettes, he got his star on the Walk of Fame
He
last
did.
weekend. And I thought it was really sweet that like Catherine O'Hara, who is his mom in Home Alone, she got to, introduce him and stuff. And just kind of watching him because he's not married to Brenda Song, but they've been together for a long time. She's a
Long
Disney
time. Yeah.
Channel star. They have like a little cute little like I think he's like 2, and you can tell like just from all the TikToks, she loves him so much. Like she just adores him. It was so sweet. Just all of the shit that you've seen this kid go through because he's our age, and you have to
Yeah.
think he was like the quintessential fucked up childhood child star where he had emancipated from his parents. Like his dad stole all of his money. He was from this
Mm-hmm.
big family, and he gets to this point. My only issue with the holiday, like the Walk of Fame, the stars, the you have to pay to get
Yeah.
a star on, and then you have to pay for the maintenance of it.
Yep.
So is it really like that big of an honor if it's like it's kind of like doing the Super Bowl when you have to pay to be the halftime show at the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Well,
good for
I
him.
mean, I think it's a big deal, I mean, they do have to offer it to you. Like somebody has to
Yeah.
nominate you. So,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, if
true.
you but I guess you could always nominate yourself. I don't know. I don't know how all that works, but I am so happy for him. Did you ever see that movie called The Good Son?
Yeah. It was him and
Man,
Elijah Wood, dude. It
him and
was the
Elijah Wood,
opposite of
opposite of Home Alone.
oh
But that
yeah.
really showed his range, at
Yes.
such a young age, and Elijah Wood
Yes.
too. But I just remember thinking, "Wow, that was real dark." Macaulay Culkin's kind of fucked up. And
Yeah.
but but my favorite movie of his besides
If you say
Home
My
Alone.
Girl, you're gonna say My Girl, aren't you?
No, I'm not going to say My Girl because I know he's in the first one, but I don't see that as a Macaulay Culkin movie.
Yeah,
Like it
that's true.
was it
Was it
was
is it Richie
what
Rich?
no,
Is that
it's
your favorite movie?
no, like fuck, what is it? Saved. Have
I
you seen
haven't seen that one.
Saved?
No, I've never even
Oh
heard
my
of
god.
that.
Your Bible thumping ass would love it. Oh my
Like
god. It's
generalizations,
so
yeah.
funny
Uh,
because my Mandy Moore is in it, and you know what Mandy Moore
okay.
does best? She plays a See You
Like the
Next Tuesday
yeah.
best. And she plays a Bible thumping See You Next Tuesday, Jesus loving, just
Oh, my
sinner
favorite
slapper.
kind.
Oh man, she's
A
the worst. And
sinner
he
slapper.
plays her disabled brother. He's in a
Okay.
wheelchair. And
Okay.
he is so genius in that movie. He absolutely makes the movie. Oh, please, that's your homework. You have to watch
Okay.
Saved. It's so funny.
If you can finish a season of The Office, I will watch Saved. Yeah.
Okay.
What's up
Well,
now?
listen, I've finished a season. I'm on season 2.
Okay. This is when it starts to get good. Season
Oh,
1 is
okay.
slowish. It's like Parks and Rec. Like the first season of Parks and Rec, and the same with The Office, super, super slow. Then it all picks up from there. So, and if,
All right.
yeah, you can do it.
I'm not even. I'm pirate water. No
Let
wonder
it
you're a
go.
dollar.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not. I just want to get drunk, man.
But it's Monday, dude. That's how you know, like, we're old now, where I'm like, you're like, I want to get drunk. And I'm like, but it's Monday.
Case of the
It's
Mondays.
a school night. Nobody likes that
Hey,
shit.
hold on a second. There is in the door. There's a little like box wine that says strawberry margarita. Will you bring that to me?
Are you going to drink it like juice box style? Nice. Okay.
I don't know if I can, but I'll do it. I'll do it like this though. Oh, Jesus, I'm old, arthritic, freaking hands.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe this smells maybe a little promising. Let's see.
We're hopeful.
That's better.
Okay. Next
That's
time we
better.
record, I'll try to throw like a Truly or something in the fridge and have at least one. That way you're not
Okay.
alone.
Ooh, it's pretty tart though.
Well, sweet.
It's got that kind of like Boone's Farm kind of aftertaste. Like maybe it
Yeah.
might be malt liquor and not necessarily tequila. It's
Okay.
fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's
So
fine. It's
yay,
perfectly
Macaulay
fine.
Culkin for
I
the.
know.
Oh,
I'm
guess who
so
else got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Which I feel like he's done a lot, and maybe I'm being a little elitist, but Zac Efron,
Oh
he got
yeah.
his star.
That
Yeah.
poor guy. I feel so because he looks like a dollar store David Hasselhoff now because everybody thinks he's had this like atrocious facial like surgery and plastic surgery, but he really had like where he had damaged like his jaw, and from it being damaged and rubbing for so long and everything, it had basically he has like calcium bone buildup that made his jaw bigger like from an injury
Oh,
because he had like some shows. So he was like very, very handsome. Now he looks very, very strange. And he's not like getting any work because he's not Zach Efron like
he's
neighbor
not Ryan
Baywatch.
Seacrest.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah. I just feel bad for the
That
guy. Good
was
for
that
him.
Reed.
Oh, and speaking of, I don't know if this is on my list or not, but Zac Efron, he was with Vanessa Hudgens, who was his co-star on High School Musical 3 and they were together for like a
Mhm.
few years. She just got married to some
Mhm.
baseball guy. And it was like, oh, good for her because she was with Zach for years. She was the Austin Butler for like 8 years. So this was probably like
Mhm.
10 years. And I think this other guy she's only been with her for a couple of years. And she's finally got her ring, finally got something like good for her. Like she got married, but it
Good
was
for
one of those
her.
that it was like in the news, and he is like her husband's like a goofy looking guy. Like he's tall and gangly, has like very Kenny G hair. And I'm like, okay, so you went from
Ugh.
like two very, very white guys to this guy. Okay. That's a bold choice.
Okay.
I respect
You
it.
know,
Yeah.
the heart wants what it wants. You know, Catherine McPhee is married to the Crypt Keeper, so
Yeah, she is. Well, didn't they get divorced?
maybe they did.
I think so.
But she, whoever she is or was married to, he
Yeah.
old.
No, for
He
real.
old.
Old as hell. Like she got daddy
Yeah.
issues. He old.
Yeah. I like her though. I've always liked Catherine McPhee. I
Oh,
didn't
I
really
loved
care for
her.
her on American Idol, but there was that show called Smash. Did you ever
I
watch
love
Smash?
Smash. Yes,
I
I think
love
we have
Smash.
there's like a one of we there's like a one of my Facebook memories of us talking about Smashed. I'm 90% sure it
Hmm.
pops up like on the yearly. We talk about. I love that one. I liked her on American Idol, but like I just remember like her singing like Over the Rainbow. She's in this and she can sing. She's in this yellow dress, and Rylan is like a little over a year old, and Rylan was singing along with her when she was singing
Oh.
over the yeah, and that's one of my favorite memories of her, just like little baby. Ah, ah, and I'm like, oh. So I will
Oh.
always have like a place in my heart for Catherine McPhee, just because of that. Because now the kid is 18. They hate their friends were over this
Everything.
weekend. Everything. And like they were sass mouthing me. And you know me, I'm the mom that has no
Oh,
fucks to
you'll give
give.
it back. You'll give
So
it back, and you hurt her feelings and embarrass her in front of her friends.
Ryland's coworker, they were like, Rye was trying to clown on Witten, and Witten said something, and I was like, "You don't have any room to talk. You smell like an onion 90% of the time." And then Ryland starts to pop off, and I was like, "And you too cannot talk because you also smell like an onion 90% of the time." And they said something, and I was like, "I can do whatever the fuck I want. You two came out of my vagina in front of Ryland's friends." And her friends were like, "Oh," and the one girl was like, "Your mom is like so lit." So I'm fucking lit,
Your mama.
y'all.
Oh, you're so lit.
I'm
Oh, I'm so happy
lit.
for you. You've reached lit status.
I'm lit, and my apparently the cookies that I bake, they gas.
Oh, is that the new one?
Like
Because
they're
I
very
I have this girl that I consider, she's kind of like a surrogate daughter almost.
Mhm.
Her name is Marie, and she's so precious. I love her, but everything smacks. Like, oh
Oh,
yeah, that
that
smacks. That fucking
slaps.
smacks. That
Yeah,
slaps. Yeah.
that
And
slaps.
so I guess that's gas
Yeah,
is the new
gases,
one.
they gas, yeah. And then I
They
was telling
gas.
this was
Okay,
the same kid that I told you that she's telling them yeah, because we were watching movies in the driveway this weekend. That's what they came over for, was to
that's
watch
so cool.
movies. And she's like, "Yeah, we were in so and so's car, and we're listening to music and we're having McGangbangs."
Big gang
And
bangs.
I like, and they're like, "Do you know what a McGangbang
What?
is?" And I was like, "I think that I've seen that movie." And they're like, "No, no, no." And I was like, "How big of a car was this? Did you recline the seats?" And apparently, a McGangbang is when you put like the chicken patty, the crispy chicken patty between the McDouble. That's a McGangbang. It's not sexually related, but I, of course, had to make sure. I was like, "Did you use protection? How big of a
The
car was
book is about
this?"
him.
Yeah, exactly. 50
The
Shades of
50 Shades of McDouble.
McGangbang. So yeah,
McGangbang.
I was like, I've not heard of that. But then they went to this whole like diatribe of shit that they put like the one guy, like her boss or manager, William, he's like 19, super sweet kid. He likes to make his Big Macs with the quarter pounder patties and the McChicken. And I'm like, you weigh like 6 pounds, kid. Where the fuck are you putting these that's like a McHardcore gangbang.
That's when you say, keep that up until you're 40, kid. Those
Yeah.
McGangbangs are going to catch up with you
And
real
they're gonna
quick.
then it's gonna be a McMilky, McBooby.
Yep. You're going to have McFupa.
He's gonna have McDouble D's.
Mm-hmm. There's going to be
But
a, a McBooty Doo.
he's gonna have a McDicky Doo, you mean?
A McDicky Doo.
But so you brought up fupas.
Copyright Amy Klingman
Yeah.
2023.
And we have it, it's recorded, so that makes it legal, guys.
That's
Suck
right. I
it.
did a little.
Wait, wait, hold on. I don't know. I don't got it. I don't got it. I don't got it.
TM. You do the T, I'll do the M. You just have
Okay.
to switch them.
Bing. Okay. So, speaking of trademarks, did you read that article I sent you about Lizzo? So, we love Lizzo. Let's preface, I like Lizzo's music.
I
The
like her music.
more
I like her message.
the more
Yeah.
I find out about her as a person, the less of a fan of her, the person I'm becoming.
I'm
You know,
wondering if this is just like I'm wondering how like if is this trumped up just like on the heels because we haven't heard much about that lawsuit ever
because it's
since
still
she filed
ongoing.
her countersuit. So we haven't
Yeah.
heard anything. I wonder if this is some sort of like a slanderous like defamation kind of thing where like
Like witch
let's put her
hunting.
character yeah like or like let's like drag her character through the mud and like take one thing that she said out of context and like blow it way out of proportion. I don't know. I
Well, this is
agree with you.
quoting her though, and it says in this article, this is probably the biggest criticism. So if you guys don't know, Lizzo is being sued for creating like a hostile work environment, sexual harassment by some of her former dancers. And then an article came out last week how she is saying vehemently that she does not make music for white people. And I just think that it was one of those that was shit that's her the biggest. This is probably the biggest criticism I've received. It's such critical conversation when it comes to black artists. The singer said, when black people see a lot of white people in the audience, they think, well, this isn't for me, this is for them. The thing is, when a black artist reaches a certain level of popularity, it's going to be a predominantly white crowd. So that was my whole thing. I was like, this is not, it's like a clickbait kind of deal. She's like, I'm not making music for white people. I'm a black woman and I'm making music for my black experience. So that was kind of the thing is like you're kind of right. It's like she's doing, but I think that like she's at that point. She needs to kind of learn to PR what she's saying a little bit better because I think people are on the witch hunt. And I think that um she makes her music, she says, to heal herself, but I don't like that whole, like it's like Lauryn Hill. Do you remember back in the day, Lauryn Hill basically the same thing, was she doesn't make music for white people either, and she doesn't
Yeah.
like white people. It's the same
So does
shit.
that mean that whenever um what is it? Killing Me Softly comes on, like
We have
her
to turn
version
it.
of Killing, I have to turn it off. I'm not allowed to. And when Truth Hurts comes on or About Damn
Mhm.
Time, I'm not allowed to enjoy that just because I'm a
Yeah,
white woman. I mean, I get that if she feels like she's writing about her black experience, but that I feel like be allowed making accepting that, your music will be enjoyed
but
by
everybody,
not just by everybody, every
yeah,
race, color, and creed. I think that goes so far towards her message of like self empowerment and inclusion.
yeah,
So it seems like it's pretty self contradictory to say something like that. It's disappointing. Maybe she's just in this point where she felt her oats and maybe she felt them a little too much,
yeah.
and maybe this lawsuit will bring her down a peg or two. I don't want to see her go into obscurity, like
No, I
so
love
many
it.
artists at
She's
all.
so brilliant with her music and just like her
Yeah.
message. And that's kind of what
Yeah.
sucks is like I don't give a well, that's my whole thing too, is like your audience. If you didn't want mainstream white people listening to your music, you would not be releasing records and doing tours and shit the way that you're doing,
Yeah.
you know? And
And
then
I don't want to
sh-
see
she's just like a
go ahead.
good, like as a plus, like we as plus size women, we haven't seen plus size in the mainstream that much. And you
Not
have
even
this
Adele
woman,
anymore.
yeah, because she
Yep,
stopped.
Jennifer Hudson left us, Adele left us.
And now Lizzo, you're all we've got. You can't leave us
I
too.
know.
Because even
I
like
and you know
Rebel
what? I
Wilson, she lost a shit
I
ton of
Rebel
weight.
Wilson loves it, yeah, and that's not to say that we don't still love these women. We do, but it's like they were kind of ours. Like
Hmm.
they were ours, and we
Yeah,
had our little niche, and it was just like we could like look. Adele is up on stage in this gorgeous gown, captivating an entire audience. We
yeah.
can see ourselves in that,
It's
and then
somebody
that
that
is
looks
like
like
an ego
us.
boost to us. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And the thing that I love so much about Lizzo is not only does she have what I've heard is an incredible stage show with incredible costumes, she is a musician. She writes her own music.
Yeah.
And even if the only thing that she contributes to the world is a giant middle finger to all of the people that think that a big girl can't get on stage and twerk her ass and look bad as hell, fine as hell, good as hell doing it,
Mm-hmm.
that's enough for me. The being a big fat middle finger
And
in the
that's all
face
thing.
of people.
People want to talk
Yeah,
about
I'm
how
okay with that. But
she's
she's so
out of
much more than that.
shape and she's promoting obesity. This bitch does a
Bitch,
2-hour show
she
running
works out
and
more than
singing
anybody does.
in fucking heels.
Mm-hmm.
She's jumping, running, dancing, all of that stuff in heels. And if you've ever watched like there used to be like they would have like shows about how they do conditioning for Broadway and people auditioning for Broadway, where they would have them like on stationary bikes riding a
Are you
bike and
talking about
singing.
Legally Blonde?
Was that for Legally Blonde or
It
was it? I
was.
don't know. It
Mm-hmm.
was something I
It was
saw.
Legally Blonde.
But
I
that's
watched
the
it
kind of
too.
shit you have to be able to do, is you have to be able to, because I know that I fucking, not that I can sing, but I couldn't run and sing. I can't even walk and talk half the time or I'll get winded. But that she can do 2 hours of a show where it's just her songs, walking, running, dancing, jumping in heels.
Yep.
Fucking heels. For
Mm-hmm.
as so call her out of shape, call her fat, tell me that she's promoting obesity again and come talk to me. I think we totally just missed the message. I mean, she does want to say she's making music for that little girl that looks like her. And in this
Yeah.
statement, she's not generalizing race, but she's more talking about like, because she doesn't look like, especially Amy and I, we grew up in the wayfish 90s, early
Oh God.
2000s, where if you're pube high, low cut jeans weren't showing off your emaciated hip bones, then you were not attractive,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
You
And I think
couldn't find clothes. You had to
no.
shop in the plus dress size at Ross.
And let's just talk about the plus size section. When we were in middle school and stuff, you look like somebody's grandma's couch. You look like
It was oversized blazers and muumuu dresses.
Mhm.
And the sailor collars. You remember the
Yes.
square? Because oh God, and like the square ass like it's 100% cotton stiff ass dresses
Oh
that
yeah.
didn't move. And as soon
Now
as you sit down, the shit is wrinkled for days.
tell me that your mother didn't make your clothes without telling me your mother didn't make your clothes. Because I didn't have dresses my mom didn't make me.
Oh
So,
really?
yeah, she made me she made me the Christmas square bib outfit at one point, but she didn't make it long
Mm-hmm.
enough for my legs. So they stopped like mid calf. And she made
Oh,
me wear that shit.
a T length on a chubby girl. You can't do
Mm,
that.
she made me wear it anyway. She made me wear it anyway. And then I had
She
like
Ralphied you.
yeah, I had like a wannabe like Ralph Lauren, almost like Laura Ashley doll dress that she made, which wasn't terrible. But then she got
Mm-hmm.
into puff painting, like iron on appliques and outline in puff paint. She loved that. Um, she at one point got me a pair of pink sweatpants and a pink sweatshirt. And I'm talking like the cuffed sweatpants. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she ironed on pink, Amy. What do you
Like
know about
Pepto
me and pink?
Bismol pink.
I don't do pink, right? I don't do
You
pink.
don't do pink.
I know I have
Mm-mm.
that one Dusty Rose shirt when I feel like being a stripper. That's it. And she had
Worker.
it's sex worker, dancer. I'm a
Exotic
dancer.
dancer. Thank
But
you.
it was like a square of lace right here. And she learned to like crochet beads onto socks. So I had the bow that she made me, the pink outfit, and the beaded socks. I look like a fucking peep. And she would make me wear it to school. A peep, y'all. A fucking
I feel
peep.
bad for you. I
My
do feel
God.
bad for you.
I was so
The
excited when
one
I broke my arm and they had to cut that fucking sweatshirt off me.
you're like I almost wish I did this on purpose.
Yeah, I wish my brother would push me off that slide on purpose. Oh, he did probably.
Ugh, he did. He did. I
Yeah.
promise you he did.
But
No,
RIP
my
peep
mom
outfit.
she was always really good about buying, like, cause her big thing was appearance. Like, you had to
Yeah.
look nice. And so I always had very nice clothes. but they were always like, she would do the thing where like she would buy me something that was like a half size to a full size too small,
Oh,
hoping that I would be
you would lose
motivated
weight to wear them.
to
Yeah.
lose weight to wear it. Nope. And then when the day came and I didn't lose the weight, I still had to wear it. Like
Yeah.
buttons popping in the front, camel toe that's really more like a moose knuckle, just like cutting in the back. And it was beautiful clothing. Yeah. It was beautiful clothing. And if I had had the correct body type or maybe the
Yeah.
correct size, it would have looked very flattering and very nice on me. But so I have just tons and tons of pictures. Well, I assume there used to be pictures. There's exactly one picture of me in my mother's house, but of just ill-fitting,
Yeah.
clothes that are too tight, or she went to her closet and got like a really big like blazer and matching like flowy pants set to where it looks like it looks like I am going as a secretary or like a businesswoman on career day.
Yes. That's
And
how it
it's, I'm
happened.
just like, this is my
Those were their
fucking
dress. If
option,
you were
really?
like a chubby kid, if that was your option, it was like you had to, because if you were not like a Russian gymnast as a child and you had to curve, say you went through puberty, like I got boobs at 8, so I was shopping in the secretary section by the time I was 10.
I got boobs
And
too.
it was like I would go to
You're
church
frozen,
looking
boob.
like I had to report to the office so I could take a memo, and it was like we got totally fucking hosed, because even like in middle school, do you remember? So we have the high-waisted jeans now, but they're straight. But do you remember ours tapered in?
The mom jeans?
Yes.
Yeah.
So our jeans tapered in. So if you had like even like a
it would
little
push
bit,
up your muffin top. You have like the
you'd
high
have like
ass
a
muffin top.
double boob in it. You'd be double boobing it, basically.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys don't
Or
even know.
my mom, she discovered stirrup pants. Did you ever have any stirrup pants?
Yes, I did.
Missy's gone.
I had stirrup pants.
Oh no.
You're frozen.
Come back, Missy.
I'm frozen. Fuck. Please don't. Please don't.
All of a sudden became the Amy show. I should really like have material prepared for when this happens, because it does happen from time to time. I'm going to prepare something and have it ready for the next time this happens. I hope everything is all right. But for now, the moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you.
Well, that's going to be fun to deal with when I have to go edit that shit together because I lost the internet. God damn it. So you were saying. So stirrup pants. Yes, I had stirrup pants because stirrup pants came out when like the MC Hammer pants were also like a thing. Did you have MC Hammer pants? I had MC Hammer stirrup pants. I had them in a combo.
Oh, Jesus.
But I think in all honesty, it was because they were because she probably bought them on base and they were probably like a fucked up, like they decided to sell them to the military to sell at their like store there instead. And I got that pair because they were like crouched
factory reject.
Yes, that's exactly.
I'm hearing an echo, FYI.
Oh, let me turn my echo off. Hold on. If it'll let me. Of course you can't fucking be doing. I mean, hold on. So once